अरे ये आरज़ू है आज की इस जिंदगी की, अब इसे आवाज दो।
वो देखो वक्त है अब भी बिखरते इन सुरों को एक सुरीला साज दो।
बदलती है ज़माने की तबीयत, देख लो इस आरज़ी के सामने। वो देखो वक्त रोता है, नहीं आया अभी तक कोई मुझको थामने। हमें मालूम है ये धुंध की परतों में लिपटा शहर हाँ खामोश है, मगर ये सोच मत लेना कि इसमें जी रही हर सांस भी बेहोश है। अरे इस सांस की गर्मी को थोड़ा हाथ से छू करके देखो तुम जरा।
तुम्हें एहसास होगा कि तुम्हारी धड़कनों में भी कहीं एक जोश है।
तुम्हारे पास हम आए हैं ऐसी ख्वाहिशें लेकर के, थोड़ा साथ दो। अरे ये आरज़ू है अब इसे आवाज दो, अब इसे आवाज दो।
Namaskar. This time we take a look at some aspects of television and cinema and their influence in our lives. Once upon a time there was a dream that the powerful audio-visual media, particularly television, would be the magic wand that would constructively transform society and lift us over the barriers of illiteracy and ignorance. याद होगा आपको कि टेलीविजन की बुनियाद में थी उम्मीदें कि यही है वो चीज़ जिसके संग हम गरीबी और अज्ञानता को काबू करेंगे। भारत में टीवी का प्रवेश सन 59 में हुआ। 1961 में प्रोग्राम म्युनिसिपल स्कूल्स की शिक्षा, कृषि विकास, परिवार कल्याण आदि के लिए थे। धीरे धीरे और शहर जुड़े। 80 के दशक में जाल तेजी से फैला। आज जमीन पर लगभग 700 ट्रांसमीटर्स देश के हर कोने में दूरदर्शन की प्रथम चैनल को 25 करोड़ दर्शकों तक पहुंचाते हैं और साथ ही आसमान में अनेक सैटेलाइट विभिन्न चैनल से प्रचार कर रहे हैं। तो आज याद आता है वो पुराना गाना, सोचा था क्या क्या हो गया। तो चले मिले उनके संग जिनके संग हो रहा है।
इज्जत वालों का जीना नहीं है इस समय। फिल्म दिखाते हैं क्यों नहीं अच्छी दिखाते, धार्मिक क्यों नहीं दिखाते हैं, सती सावित्री की क्यों नहीं दिखाते हैं, क्यों ये गंदी और लोफरपने की फिल्म दिखाई जाती है, क्यों ये गाने गाए जाते हैं। खुद समाज को बिगाड़ रहे हैं ये लोग। सब ये टीवी वालों की सलाह है, बाहर से लेते हैं इन फिल्म बातों को और यहाँ हमारे हिंदुस्तान में फैलाते हैं।
गुंडागर्दी कितनी सड़क पे बाहर कितनी होती है। अब घर में रहो तो पता नहीं चलेगा, बाहर निकलो तो बस में जाओ कहीं भी जाओ, कितनी गुंडागर्दी होती है।
ये फिल्मन की मेहरबानी है जो भी कुछ है इसमें, समझे। बनाते भी तुम ही हो और बिगाड़ते भी आप ही।
हम जब बस से आते हैं, नौकरी से आते हैं तो 20-20, 22-22 साल के लड़के और खड़े हो जाते हैं और ऐसे खड़े हो जाएंगे कि बस यहाँ पेशाब करनी जगह यहाँ लग जाएगी तो उससे कहोगे भैया मेरी थोड़े सफ़ेद बाल तो दे, मैं तेरी दादी माँ के बराबर हूँ। बहुत से पकड़ के पीट भी देते हैं। ऐसा होता है जब तक ये टीवी पे गंदे गाने और कैसेटों में गंदे गाने और ये ऐसी चीज़ नहीं रुकेंगी, ये ऐसा गंदा फैशन नहीं रुकेगा, तब तक कभी हमारा भारत आज़ाद नहीं होगा। जब बूढ़ी बूढ़ी औरत नहीं निकल सकती तो ऐसे बच्चों की क्या निकलने की हिम्मत है।
वैसे तो निकलना ही कम होता है क्योंकि माँ बाप चाहते नहीं उनके बच्चे को कुछ सुनने को मिले। जब वो बाहर निकलते हैं तो फिर ऐसे गाने सुनने को मिलते हैं कि खुद ही मन खराब होता है कि क्या निकले बाहर हम।
लड़कियों को भी उसके बीच में धकेला जाता है कि उन्हें भी दोषी माना जाता है कि तुम में कोई कमी है जिसके कारण ऐसा हो रहा है। तो इन लोगों को बढ़ावा शायद पिक्चर्स को देख के ही ज़्यादा है, क्योंकि पहले जो भी होता था बंद जगह में ही होता था, लेकिन अब जैसे एकदम टीवी में खुलेपन में दिखाया जा रहा है तो उन लोगों को भी थोड़ा शेयर मिल रहा है।
In fact, even what is being offered as tele-entertainment, you know, are sort of cheap imitations and clones of the Hindi cinema or the masala films or whatever. And this is what has, you know, raised tremendous concern and anxiety.
Look out, you're coarsening the minds of your children. You know, because they're growing up thinking that singing a song like Sexy, Sexy, Sexy at the age of 5 is all right. At some point they're going to turn around and ask what it means. You're also introducing them rather early to sexuality in a country where there's not enough sex education in school or at home. And they don't know what to do with the information. There's studies showing the children are totally confused.
It's one thing just, you know, to get a lot of software and to keep that machine or whatever going, or that mill, so to say, grinding. But it's another thing to be able to take the social consequences.
और जो कुछ टीवी और ये मीडिया हमारा दिखा रहा है, इसका उन पर बहुत बुरा असर पड़ता है. और कभी-कभी मतलब उनको जैसे रातों को नींद नहीं आती, वैसे सीन पिक्चर्स देख लेते हैं, ऐसे सीन देख लेते हैं, तो वो बड़े परेशान होते हैं. फिर उसी के साथ साथ वो जो कुछ वो देखते हैं टीवी पर या इन फिल्म्स के अंदर, वो उसे अमली ज़िंदगी में उतारने की कोशिश करते हैं.
When people are used to seeing so much violence and crimes against women in movies, they may get immune to it. So when a real life incident occurs, they may not react as the way they should. I can give you an example. Recently, a gory accident took place in Madras. A crowd gathered around the spot and they were sympathetically looking at the dead body. A 14-year-old boy came. He peeped through the crowd and he saw the dead body and immediately exclaimed, "Super accident."
From the very beginning, a child is born, he is put before a TV or he is taken to movies. So the world which is in reality is not shown to him, but a world which is in picture is shown to him. So he has different ideas of life. When there is clash of the reality, then he is unable to bear it and he wants to show it through violence. He wants to conquer it through violence.
Tamil cinema of late has been depicting both bigamy and infidelity on the part of the man in a manner as if it's a kind of a harmless, enjoyable pastime. There's nothing wrong about it. It's quite manly to indulge in these pursuits. And it's called the small house syndrome. The small house, of course, references to the second wife. And it's also called, the first wife is called electricity, power. And then when the power goes off, you have the Petromax. So that's how the second woman comes in. So the whole thing is a funny episode. The whole thing is hilarious. Most of these things are comedies where everybody has a good laugh at someone who is violating laws about fidelity, laws about bigamy, this sort of thing.
Similarly, about a decade ago, if there was a movie like Sangam where there are two heroines and one hero, or two heroes or one heroine, a triangle, usually and necessarily one of the characters has to be sacrificed and people would not have accepted the three being together. But today, in movies like Veera and the Telugu version of it, Allari Mogudu, you find that none of the characters are sacrificed and the hero merely lives with both the heroines. And this is quite a disturbing trend.
It has a tremendous impact on the minds of women who are fighting injustices that they face in their own lives.
Eve teasing is one kind of a sexual assault on women. But how is it shown in the movies? It's always shown as something very nice and wonderful, and it has to be compulsory in a college campus. So all these things lead to increasing incidents of crimes against women. So whatever wrong and discriminatory practices the society has, or the concepts of women the society has, they get some kind of a legitimacy because they are shown in the films as something very natural and there is nothing wrong in it.
When the girls, they go to temple, they go to beach, they go to college, the songs are sung as a part of Eve teasing, for which they are not able to protest and do anything in the road or in the bus. Some drastic steps has to be taken for this.
There's a price you pay for modernization. People just thought, oh, little by little, you know, things started coming and trickling down, and you allow one trickle saying that, oh, it's happening in that, here and there, start justifying, they're only reflecting what's happening in the society. And before you realize, the whole thing has become into a mega problem.
आखिर देखेंगे जो टेलीविज़न में सुबह से शाम तक मनोरंजन आ रहा है, ये फ्री मनोरंजन सुबह से शाम तक 365 दिन, ये देने वाले लोग कौन हैं और इन लोगों की जो ये दे रहे हैं इनकी मंशा क्या है?
I've never thought of phrases like a maine pyar kiya dress or a sukanya blouse, but these are styles that apparently take their name from the film or the actress who wears it. And people, I mean, these things sell in the market and people ask for them.
वो एक किस्म का इंसान बनाना चाहते हैं जो उनके प्रोडक्ट्स के कंज्यूमर्स हों और इसके लिए वो उनके लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि वो इंसान हिंदुस्तान का 5% 10% बच्चा लोग जिसके जेब में पैसा है वो कंज्यूमर भी बने और अपने देश के बाकी 90% लोगों के साथ एलिनेट हो जाए, उस संस्कृति से अलग हो जाए, उसके प्रति वो कंसर्न कि वहाँ पानी मिल रहा है या नहीं, अरे तुमको तो बिस्लेरी मिल रही है, तो इस अयाशी में उनको डालना ये उनका एक बहुत बड़ा मकसद है.
Metro channel, any amount of obscenity is being shown in it. Absolutely no censorship, no guidelines, no control over it. This kind of double type approach should be stopped.
At one time, people have allowed cable TV and satellite TV, Star TV, where every kind of adultery is portrayed and the child sits in the drawing room and watches it. Okay. And in other side, you talk about the certain other aspects of our culture and value and the need for censorship. I would say in the past 5 years, the major changes have come in. In Tamil films at least, major violence started coming in only for the past 5 years. And the double meaning dialogues also is a new trend. So I think it has just come in before the people could even sit up and say, hey, what is this? And I'm sure it happened with the censor board also.
They say that we bought our television set because of Ramayana. We acquired it at that point, and we never thought that it would turn around today and become an instrument of something so exceedingly crass and vulgar coming into our house, where you're constantly having to monitor what your child is watching. Also, the problem comes from joint families, or from the fact that there are a lot more people in a one-room family than, say, the upper classes would have. I mean, there would be an uncle, and whereas the mother can tell her children don't watch, if this unemployed Devar is in the house and he's watching film songs in the middle of the afternoon that are vulgar, she can't do anything about that.
Families which, you know, especially among women who had female children were far more exercised. This is something that has to come across very strongly. They were almost exercised to the point of being paranoid. And the film-based programs, you must not forget, have also become a very sort of, a key sort of a media product now on television. And one just cannot, take away from the fact that many of these film-based programs, when they are, just picturized as clips, even the entire, saga or the sequence of the story is distorted. You're only seeing the imagery. And that leaves a tremendous impact. Even the balance of the story is not there.
Young women stood up and told us, it is these songs that tease us on our way to college. It is these songs that are the reason why we've had to give up education. It is these songs that prevent us from learning vocational skills, seeking employment at both levels. First of all, it's not safe on the streets, and then our parents do not allow us because of the eve-teasing and the violence. So they were very categorical about it.
इन्हीं सभी परिस्थितियों को देखते हुए कुछ माता पिता अपनी लड़कियों की शादियां जल्दी करने लग गए, क्योंकि उन्हें ये महसूस होता है कि हमारे घर में ही रहेंगी और कल को इनके साथ कोई किसी तरह की कोई घटना हो जाती है तो बदनामी हमारी है, इसलिए हम समय से पहले ही उनकी अगर शादी कर देंगे, जो होगा उनके पति के घर में होगा।
क्यों नहीं बच्चियों, छोटे बच्चों की शादी करें, इसीलिए करते हैं ना हमारी लड़कियां पढ़ सकती हैं इस गंदे माहौल में, और ना ही हमारे बच्चे पैरों पे खड़े हो सकते हैं, ना ही नौकरी कर सकते हैं। वैसे कहते हैं औरतें आगे बढ़ो, औरतें आगे कहाँ बढ़ें? जब तक ये गंदगी रहेगी तब तक औरतें कभी आगे नहीं बढ़ सकती हैं।
परिवार कम से कम एक ऐसा स्थान माना जाता था जहाँ लड़कियाँ सुरक्षित हैं, माँ बाप उनकी रक्षा करते थे। यहाँ पिता से भी लड़कियाँ सुरक्षित नहीं हैं अब।
ये टीवी का असर ही तो है जो 2.5 साल के लोगों के साथ बलात्कार
देखते हैं ना, फिल्म में देखते हैं, चक्कू मार दिया एक के बंदूक मार दिया, उसको पकड़ के ढा दिया, वही करते हैं।
जब फाइट के सीन आते हैं तो ऐसा लगता है जैसे हम भी किसी से फाइट करें।
डरने वाली बात रही नहीं,
डर तो लगता ही है ऐसे समाज में। I realized that they had no insulation from any of it. Even their homes were, in no sense an entirely a private space, and there's nothing they could do. They could neither exercise. They were, there was a tremendous sense of whatever helplessness as far as women were concerned.
We seem to have thrown public service television as a concept out of the window, whereas this country has by no means outgrown the need for it.
And you take the other satellite cable network like Sun TV, Jain TV, Star TV, MTV, Zee TV, once again full of movies, and one gets the impression that women are always for sex. They don't have brains, no intelligence, no social consciousness and role. So this kind of image being focused again and again gets deep inside your heart.
The commercial imperatives continue to dog television, whether you're on the national broadcast or you're on the private and the commercial broadcast. And I think this whole idea of taking consumers, addressing the whole issue of taking consumers far more seriously beyond just TRP ratings. That is, they watch, so many percentages watch this program and watch that program, and that is what dictates all commercial decisions, is something that really has to be, you know, I mean, we have to go beyond that. They have to take what is called, actually take the social consequences of all that they are doing.
It's the money that you want to raise that leads what you do with the only terrestrial network that you have. And if you look at the money that Doordarshan raised in the past year, it was 400 crores. And if you think of it, I mean, what you're saying is that we're not using this medium for what it was meant to be used, for a mere 400 crores, which is really not, I mean, you know, there are people like Professor Yashpal who have said, what is 400 crores when you're thinking of the mind of a nation?
So we can't in any way see media as just another, you know, institutional frame. It plays a very critical role in terms of the kind of interventions that it makes, and it can either make or unmake issues concerning women.
When I look at the figures of budgetary support, and this year Doordarshan got a budgetary support of something like 33 crores, and what it earned commercially was 400 crores, and a budgetary support of say 400 crores to Doordarshan would really be 1% of what this year the Government of India would have spent overall, all its ministries in terms of budgetary support. So, you know, you're talking about your priorities.
A key issue, ठोस सवाल है, थोड़े से पैसे के पीछे टीवी मीडियम की दिशा ही पलट रही है। तुलने में नहीं सामने आता पिछले 20 साल का भारी इन्वेस्टमेंट जिससे ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर खड़ा हुआ है। Fundamental questions which require separate serious national debate, particularly in the light of the recent Supreme Court ruling that the airways are a public property to be administered and regulated in the public interest. But for the moment, let us meet with some concerned citizens that are struggling to protect standards in public taste. आइए कुछ ऐसे लोगों से मिलें जो युवा से काम कर रहे हैं संस्कृति और सोच की शक्ति को कायम रखने के लिए.
Children were beginning to spend a lot of time in front of the box, and parents were spending even longer hours. And somewhere this was beginning to impact very negatively on the children. And the problems that started at home carried on into the school. Children's span of concentration was getting greatly reduced. There was a lot of restlessness amongst them, much more aggression than what they were used to. We realized it was time to wake up and not let the television rob children away of other opportunities. Through teacher discussions, a lot of them launched upon this program of discussing television programs with the children and helping them realize how some of them were very shallow and what one would call entertainment that they can do without, and how others were much more intelligent. Even the entertainment lifted them up to a higher plane, got them to discuss it amongst themselves.
हाँ, मैं तुम सबको गोली से उड़ा दूंगा। नहीं यार, बॉम्ब से उड़ाना है।
अरे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। आज की पॉपुलैरिटी अपील कहती है, तुम हमें खून दो खून, और हम तुम्हें पिक्चर देख के रोकड़ा पैसे देंगे पैसे। इसलिए करो, आगे करो। और आगे क्या होता है? आगे फर्स्ट कमर्शियल ब्रेक। ऐसे नंबर?
टीवी देखेगा तो यही होगा।
है अपना दिल तो आवारा, न जाने कब ये सुधरेगा। होमवर्क ने बुलाया, टीवी ने तड़पाया, मम्मी ने समझाया, मैं ही ना समझा। ये वादा है मैं सुधरूंगा और पढ़ लिख कर कुछ बनूंगा।
Violence certainly outdoes everything else in the film, and so we thought that we might as well focus on that.
These people, they seem to say that, okay, even if we're showing violence in films, it's basically to show the victory of good over evil. But I still want to say that it's just mindless.
I think it develops the baser, the more animal part of our minds. Instead of, as was talked about, the victory of good over evil, there's more than one way of putting it. The subtlety is out, and the killing is in.
Real life becomes real life.
Yeah.
I mean, they show heroes doing certain things that, you know, we wouldn't like people doing to us.
If we indiscriminately watch just the entertainment part and we don't think about what we're watching, that is when the excess comes into it.
Basically, visual impact that we get, it's all too
addictive.
The mindlessness of the material on TV is supplementary to the mindlessness displayed by the viewers.
There is an alternative to everything. This is an important value that we like them to inculcate in them, and then stretch this to the television also. Are there alternatives to spending a Sunday? Can you go rock climbing? Can you go bird watching? Can you go on the ridge and make a list of insects that you might have seen? Can you do things sitting at home? It's a holistic approach that we have of using an occasion as a peg, and then we hang a whole lot of things on it. One of them is countering the ill effects of watching the television without any discrimination.
संस्कार के अंदर जो वो पूरा वैल्यू सिस्टम है वो हमको मिलना कहीं से ज़रूरी था, जो शायद हमको हमारे शिक्षा में, हमारे रहन सहन में नहीं मिल पा रहा था, और उसको किसी ना किसी तरीके से एक हमारे उसमें लाना था, हमारे संदर्भ में हम सब यंग लोगों के, जो कि हम उसको बिना जाने ही एक रिजेक्ट कर रहे थे.
What we are trying to do is, I feel, we're trying to fight some sort of inner blindness that is taking place.
It is not that we have to reject something else, but there is also this.
We have got concerts, lecture demonstrations by top artists. We bring out a magazine. Then we have this scholarship scheme in which we are taking young people to stay with an inspired human being, be it in any discipline. It could be a social worker, it could be a writer, it could be a philosopher, it could be a singer, whatever. To imbibe some of the things which that person has been able to get out from being involved with that discipline. Some of them are like Anna Sahib Hazare, the great social worker who has done great work in Ralegaon Siddhi. There's Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra, the great Odissi dancer. Dr. Shivarama Karanth, you all know of him. We have sent people to the monastery of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, to the work which Mother Teresa is doing in Calcutta, and Gangubai Hangalji, Ustad Fariduddin Dagar, etc. etc.
Speak Mickey, at the end of 17 years, has now about 150 chapters, and as I said, they're not full-fledged chapters. Some of them are centers, but they are in their own way trying to involve local schools and colleges.
From January through middle of March, April, we have the concert series. It's called Fest. And then from September till December, we have the lecture demonstration series, which we call LegDem, to draw crowds with that fancy name. Last year there were 850. The year before that was pretty close to 1,000 concerts. These are all free, so it's in the region of pretty close to 1,000 for the last 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
And so how many people would get exposed on an average to?
On an average, I would say about 200 per concert. We are talking of 200 times 1,000. So that's quite a lot of people.
यहाँ 4 लोगों से शुरू हुआ था 1977 में. आज जैसे मैंने कहा हज़ारों लोग इससे जुड़े हैं, तो कबूल तो कर रहे हैं, पर उसका ऑफ कोर्स समय प्रोसेस बहुत स्लो है, थोड़ा मुश्किल है. जो बाकी काम काफ़ी इजी हो जाता है कहीं, और थोड़ा इससे लाइटर अगर हम इशू लेते तो शायद बहुत लोग जल्दी से जुड़ जाते. तो थोड़ा डिफ़िकल्ट तो लगता है, पर ये होना ज़रूरी है.
What Speak Mickey had started out to do was to allow for the coming in of certain traditional value systems into campus. And if you ask me, I think campuses have picked up.
पर गहराई में अभी तक हम नहीं अचीव कर पाए मेरे विचार में. अभी तो बहुत दिल्ली बहुत दूर है. In the sense that we have still to go a long way before the young person truly begins to start feeling what is there in our heritage. You know, what is this that can affect their own lives, you know, in a very powerful and positive manner.
It's a struggle now with the cable TV. It's become even more difficult because it's moving so fast. I think that our pace of our effort is getting marginalized. But still, I think बहुत ज़रूरी है कि इस तरह की a quiet, a silent protest चलती रहे. Protest भी कह लीजिए, नहीं तो एक कोशिश की नहीं, ये भी ज़रूरी है.
Why is consumerism succeeding where it's succeeding is because I think many places don't have a very strong thing to offer as an alternative. And wherever they do have, I think in the long run, people will come back to what is deep and what is valuable. They will recognize it. It's a matter of time.
तो आप करें फैसला, क्या आप ऐसे अश्लील नाच गाने और बेसमझ सोप ऑपरास को पसंद करेंगे, कि आप चाहेंगे कि इस पावरफुल मीडियम का उपयोग हो आम जनता के फायदे के लिए और साथ में अपनी संस्कृति को कायम रखने के लिए? आखिर चुनाव तो आपके हाथ में है. You control the remote. You control the knob. Decide. It is your decision that makes the program ratings. So what is it that you want to vote for? If you feel there is a point that this program has been making, then why not work on creating public opinion on this issue around you? अगर आप समझते हैं कि इस प्रोग्राम में कुछ आपको समझाया या बताया है, तो इसके ऊपर क्यों नहीं अपने आसपास में चर्चा करते और एक बदलाव का वातावरण बनाने की कोशिश करते?
और अब हमारा सवाल है, क्या सभी नागरिकों को संविधान की नियम 19(1) के अंतर्गत बोलने अथवा अभिव्यक्ति की आजादी के हक पर कोई रोक है? यदि है तो इसके अंतर्गत क्या सुरक्षित है? Is there any restriction on the freedom of speech and expression guaranteed to all citizens by Article 19(1) of the Constitution? If so, what does it safeguard?
अरे ये आरज़ू है आज की इस जिंदगी की, अब इसे आवाज दो.
देखो वक्त है अब भी बिखरते इन सुरों को एक सुरीला साज दो.
बदलती है जमाने की तबीयत, देख लो इस आरज़ी के सामने. वो देखो वक्त रोता है, नहीं आया अभी तक कोई मुझको थामने.